Come closer. Come closer. Have you noticed how certain situations just seem to trigger the same reactions in you over and over again? Maybe your heart starts racing when you need to speak up in a meeting, or that little voice in your head whispers, not good enough, when you are trying something new. I totally get it. I've been there. I lived there. But you see, the thing is, these reactions, they're not just random feelings that pop up out of nowhere. They're more like stories that we've been telling ourselves for so long that we have now forgotten that they're just stories. These emotions, they're not just happening to you. They're actually being created by you through beliefs that you may not even know that you're still carrying around. But today, I'm going to show you how to find the core definition that generates those fear-based beliefs and might just, might be keeping you in a cozy comfort zone, holding you back, and let them go. Because you were born for so much more than these self-imposed limits. Here's the thing, sweetie. There's no such thing as an emotion that exists in a vacuum. No, our emotions never exist on their own. Every feeling we experience, from butterflies in our stomach to that warm glow of happiness, or even the anger that seems to come out of nowhere, every single one of these emotions is actually connected to something much more deeper within us. So you can think of your emotions like today's weather, while your beliefs are the overall climate. And just like we can maybe have a rainy day or a sunny afternoon, our emotions can shift and change, but they're all playing, out within the same larger climate, of our beliefs. You know how you did not get to choose whether you grew up in a tropical paradise or a small village? It's the same with many of our beliefs. They were given to us, shaped by our parents, teachers, experience, and the world around us as we grew up. But unlike the weather, you actually have the power to change your internal climate. You can choose. You can choose what you want to believe about yourself and the world around you. Okay, let me make this practical. Next time you feel that familiar wave of anxiety or fear, or whatever emotion keeps showing up for you, pause for a moment, and instead of trying to push it away or distract yourself, get a little curious and ask yourself, what would I have to believe is true about myself, or what would I have to believe is true about this situation to feel this way? Because here's the thing, it's always rooted in some belief. It is always rooted in some belief. Our beliefs come first, then our emotions follow, and then comes our behaviors or action. Let me give you an example from my own life. You know that butterfly stomach feeling before a job interview? For me, it usually comes from this sneaky belief that I have to be absolutely perfect, or they will see right through me and reject me. These definitions, these beliefs, they're running the show behind the scenes. They're controlling how we show up. They're like invincible puppet masters pulling the strings on how we feel and act. And the first step to changing is simply noticing them. Just becoming aware of them is already a huge win, because your emotions are messengers. They're not masters. They're just simply pointing to beliefs that need your attention. But exploring your beliefs might feel a bit uncomfortable at first. It can feel like looking in a mirror that you have been avoiding. But I promise you, on the other side of this discomfort is freedom. Real, lasting freedom from the old stories that have been running your life. So let's try it together. Think about something or a situation that consistently brings up these uncomfortable feelings for you. Maybe it's criticism at work. Maybe it's social situations where you feel judged. Or maybe it's just those quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts. Now lean in, Lean in close and ask yourself, what story am I telling myself in these moments? What do I believe is true about myself in this situation to generate these feelings? What definitions am I buying into? Could it be that I will never be good enough no matter how hard I try? Or is it that I'm only valuable when I'm productive? Or is it that I'm unlovable unless I'm perfect? These core beliefs, they weren't chosen by the conscious, beautiful adults that you are today. No, they were often formed when you were little, trying to make sense of a confusing world, or during times of stress or trauma. And darling, it's time to question if they're still serving you, because they were not serving me any longer. Try asking yourself this question. If I follow my excitement right now, if I did the thing that makes my heart light up, what am I actually afraid might happen? Sometimes flipping the question like this helps us see more clearly. It gives you an even stronger answer. But let's get real for a second. Maybe there's a little voice saying to you that you will fall flat on your face if you try something new, or you're secretly worried that success may change who you are at your core. Or maybe you're just scared that if you let go of control, I was so scared that if I let go of control, everything will fall apart. These fears, they point directly to your hidden beliefs. And once you start to see them clearly, you can ask yourself this question: is it actually true? Or is it just a story I have been telling myself? The thing is, just because you believe something strongly does not automatically make it true. Your beliefs are not facts, my darling. They're just interpretations, stories, lenses through which you see the world. And you can change them. When you notice yourself feeling that familiar anxiety or fear or sadness, try this. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I am noticing that I am feeling, whatever emotion, angry, for example. I wonder what belief is creating this feeling. And then most importantly, you can say, just because I believe this right now doesn't mean it's true. Could there be another way of looking at it? What else might be true in this situation? This is where your power lives, my friend, in that tiny space between what you have always believed and what you're brave enough to question. So what happens when you identify those sneaky old fear-based beliefs that have been secretly running your life behind the scenes? You get to create new ones. You get to be the author of your own story now, consciously, intentionally. So instead of the old program that keeps saying you are not enough, you can install a new one that says, I am whole exactly as I am. Beautiful. This is beautiful, right? Instead of I have to be perfect, you can try, my worth is not determined by my performance. Now, I'm not saying you will instantly believe these new definitions. Your mind will resist, that's normal. These old beliefs, they formed very strong neural pathways in your brain. But by constantly and consistently questioning your fear-based thoughts and intentionally choosing new beliefs that now align with your highest self, you begin to create new neural pathways. And over time, before you know it, those beliefs, the new beliefs, will now become your new normal. The truth is, those negative beliefs have been secretly making a lot of your choices. My negative beliefs were secretly making a lot of my decisions. For me, they're like this invincible fence that's always trying to keep you safe, that's always trying to keep you small. But that fence is not real. It never was. You already came into this world complete. You came in already worthy. You came in already deserving of all the love and joy and belonging that your heart can hold. You absolutely deserve to live beyond those fear-based beliefs. You deserve to shine bright and experience all the amazing parts of who you really are, my friend. No holding back. So I want you to remember that you create your your beliefs create your reality. So choose the ones that set you free. If anything I've shared today touched your heart and made you think differently, I'd be so grateful if you could tap that like button and share this with someone else who might need to hear these words. And hey, if you want to keep this conversation going, make sure to hit subscribe. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.